Hey everyone, it's your mayor. I hope you are all doing well. May is Mental Health Month. What is mental health? Mental health is how you feel. So I wanted to share with you one of my favorite books. So I'm going to grab my glasses and I want you to sit and relax and read along with me. This book is called Don't Feed the Worry Bug by Andi Green. This is Wince, the monster of worry. On a bench in a park on a bright sunny day, Wince, the monster of worry, let time slip away. He looked at the clock. It was 2:15 when Wince started to think about all he must do. He had homework and laundry. He needed clean pants. He must bake some cookies for the WorryBug dance. Then Wince started to wonder, did he leave the light on? Was his backside too poofy? Where had all his friends gone? And his worries kept growing till he heard a soft buzz that made goosebumps appear, for he knew what it was. There was only one creature that made such a sound around monsters that worry. It could often be found. Some call it the WorryBug, and this is for sure. If you feed it a worry, it will always want more. Buzz, buzz, Wince heard as its noisy wings flapped. It flew up and down as he shooed and he clapped. It flittered and fluttered around Wince's ear. In the blink of an eye, more worries appeared. Did he feed his fish, Ted? Did his dog get a bone? Did he send all his woo mail? Did he bring his bike home? Should he go to the movies? Would he get a good grade? Will the weather be nice for the Wutan parade? And with every new worry that came Wince's way, the WorryBug shouted, "Hip hip hooray!" For the more that Wince worried, the more the bug grew. It nibbled and munched on his worry-filled stew. Wince said to the WorryBug, "Perhaps you should leave." He asked quite politely, and even used please. Yet the WorryBug stayed, for the two of them knew that Wince would still worry. That's what he would do. As day turned to night, Wince got ready for bed. The WorryBug yawned and laid next to his head. But its buzzing kept Wince from going to sleep. So he tossed and he turned, and he tried to count sheep. While thoughts of what if, could be, maybe and might, made Wince worry more, he was worried all night. When morning arrived, Wince looked up and gasped. The WorryBug had grown. It had happened so fast. It used to be tiny, an annoyance quite small. Now it covered his kitchen, the ceiling and wall. The bug's belly gurgled, full of worries. It was. No longer could Wince sweep it under the rug. Its buzzing went on, and Wince started to fret. But all the things that hadn't happened just yet. No cookies were baked. The laundry had piled. Wince hadn't done homework in such a long while. Enough, Wince exclaimed. There must be a way to get rid of a WorryBug. It can no longer stay. So Wince went to the library to read and take notes about catapults, cranes, wagons, and goats. He plotted and mapped out a WorryBug graph, then called in the experts, the WorryBug staff. Together they studied this big, growing beast and built a bug net out of Wince's bed sheets. They were having such fun, Wince was worried no more. And soon he was baking and doing all his chores. But just when Wince thought his work was complete, the WorryBug buzzed. I need something to eat. Wince looked at the bug. It was once again small. For while Wince had been busy, he hadn't worried at all. You've ignored me all day, the tiny bug said, and you haven't been worried, so I haven't been fed. Then the bug stomped its feet and buzzed all the more. Wince took a firm stand and showed it the door. I've got things to do. I must work, I must play. I'm not going to worry, so go on your way. Buzz, buzz, Wince heard as the bug flew about, still trying to make one less worry come out. It flittered and fluttered around Wince's ear, yet Wince wouldn't give in, and it soon disappeared. Wince knew very well that this wasn't the end. The bug might be back if he worried again. But Wince would be ready, should he hear that buzz buzz, to say no to the WorryBug, simply because. Wince had learned that his worries got bigger each day when he allowed the WorryBug to nibble away. So to all of you warriors, Wince wants you to know, don't feed the WorryBug, or your worries will grow. The end. So during this time, you may have a lot of worries, but I think it's important to write down how you feel and draw pictures, and don't let the worries get to you. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope to see you real soon.